First graders, welcome to the mentor text using timelines. So today we are going to be making some predictions, and so I'd like to talk about some of the features we're going to see in this informational text. We've got photographs and captions, captions, the writing underneath the pictures that tell you more about the pictures. We've got titles above each section. We can have diagrams like that eyeball with labels that tell us what each part is. And we can also have these bolded words. These bolded words are these darker words. We can look in the very back of the book for the glossary. The glossary is going to have those bolded words with a little definition. It's going to tell you what they mean and then what page numbers you can find it on when you read. So this one today, using timelines. Do you notice any of those text features? I wonder if there's going to be words in bold or a table of contents. I wonder if there's going to be some words to think about for the glossary. Just go ahead and flip through your packet to look at the pages and the pictures. I wonder if you can start noticing things that might be key details. So our purpose for reading is to find out how timelines are going to be alike and different today. And let's go ahead and follow along in your packets.
History, Using Timelines by Margaret McNamara.
Okay, let's try that again.
History, Using Timelines by Margaret McNamara.
Using Timelines by Margaret McNamara. Table of Contents. Words to Think About, page 2. Introduction, page 4. Chapter 1, A Timeline of a Week at School, page 6. Chapter 2, A Timeline of the School Year, page 8. Chapter 3, A Timeline of the United States, page 10. Chapter 4, A Timeline of Famous Buildings, page 12. Conclusion, page 14. Glossary and Index, page 16. Words to think about. Event.
This event happened long ago.
Future.
Will we have this spaceship in the future?
Historic.
This log cabin is a historic building.
Illustrate.
Drawings help you illustrate or show your thoughts.
Past.
These horsemen lived in the past or long ago.
Timeline.
A timeline shows when things happened.
Introduction.
A timeline shows events or special things that happen. A timeline also shows when these things happen. In this book, you will learn how to make and use timelines.
8 a.m. School begins. 10 a.m. Recess. 11 a.m. Computer time. 12 p.m. Lunch. 1 p.m. Story time. 3 p.m. School ends. This timeline shows what time things happen during a school day. What time is recess? Is story time before or after lunch? Chapter 1. A timeline of a week at school.
Bella and Jay make a timeline of a week at school. First, they write each day of the week. Next, they write an event that happens on each day. Then, Bella and Jay use their list to make the timeline. Last, they draw pictures to illustrate their timeline. The pictures help show what the words mean.
Monday, gym class. Tuesday, field trip. Wednesday, computer lab. Thursday, spelling test. Friday, firefighter Dana at school. This timeline shows days of the week. Look at text structure. Sequence of events. The author uses the word first to tell the order or sequence in which events happen. What other words does the author use to tell the sequence of events? Chapter 2. A timeline of the school year.
Riley and Emma want to make a timeline of their school year. Some of the events have already happened. These events happened in the past. Some of the events have not yet happened. These events will happen in the future.
September 6th. School starts. November 20th. Thanksgiving feast. December 15th. Winter break starts. February 14th. Valentine's Day party. March 6th. Field trip to zoo. April 29th. Games Day. May 29th. School ends. Miss Johnson helps Riley and Emma with their timeline. This timeline shows months and dates. Now it's your turn. Make a timeline of your school year. Put at least 5 different things on your timeline. Chapter 3. A timeline of the United States.
This timeline shows events that happened in the past. You can see when each event happened in the United States. Was the Revolutionary War before or after the Civil War? Was George Washington president before or after astronauts landed on the moon?
Before 1492, Native Americans lived in North America. 1607, colonists settled at Jamestown. 1775 to 1783, the British and the Americans fought the Revolutionary War. 1789, George Washington became the first U.S. president. 1861 to 1865, North and South fought the U.S. Civil War. 1969, astronauts landed on the moon. Days, months, years. A timeline also can show days, months, or years. Chapter 4. A timeline of famous buildings.
The timeline below shows historic buildings from around the world. The timeline shows when people built these buildings. The timeline starts with the oldest building. The timeline ends with the newest building. Which building is the oldest? Which building is the newest?
About 4,500 years ago, the Great Pyramid, Egypt. About 2,500 years ago, the Great Wall, China. About 1,900 years ago, the Colosseum, Rome. About 800 years ago, Mesa Verde, Colorado. About 600 years ago, Machu Picchu, Peru. About 350 years ago, the Taj Mahal, India. Did you know? The Great Wall of China is 8,850 kilometers, 5,500 miles, long. This timeline shows years. Conclusion.
Timelines are a helpful tool. Timelines show when events happened. They help us understand our history over time.
2 p.m. Come home from school. 3 p.m. Take the dog for a walk. 6 p.m. Eat dinner. Some timelines show hours. Sunday, visit Grandpa. Monday, go to the dentist. Tuesday, go to the zoo. Some timelines show days. August 31st, first day of school. September 20th, Parents' Day at school. October 30th, Halloween party. Some timelines show months and dates. 1948, Grandma was born. 1952, Uncle Joe was born. 1981, Mother was born. Some timelines show years. Glossary. Event, something that happens. See page 4. Future, a time that is yet to come. See page 9. Historic, old and important. See page 12. Illustrate, to use a picture to show what words mean. See page 7. Past, a time that has already happened. See page 8. Timeline, a diagram that shows the order of events. See page 4. Biography connection, how to make a timeline. What you need: paper, pencil, poster board, ruler, markers. What to do. 1. Make a list of events that you wish to put on your timeline. 2. Write the dates for each event, then put them in time order, from earliest to latest. 3. Choose the period of time for your timeline and the units of time you will use: hours, days, months, years. Use a ruler to draw it. 4. Mark and label each event, then illustrate your timeline with drawings, pictures, or photographs. Be sure to include a title. Now it's your turn. Make your own timeline. What events would you like to show? Label your timeline. Use photographs or drawings to illustrate your timeline.
All right, I hope you enjoyed learning about timelines. Make sure to watch the next part of this video so we can discuss this story.